Okay. Hello, everyone. For today's episode, I planned something interesting. I pretty much went to ChatGPT 4 and I asked it to, in a poem, explain what could be beyond evolution. Okay, so I'm going to read the poem that ChatGPT wrote when I asked it to explain what could be beyond evolution. Beyond the realm of evolution's dance, where genes and species in slow waltz advance, lies a domain untouched by time or chance, a mystery that sparks the mind's expanse. In this expanse might consciousness find root, beyond mere survival, growth, and brute pursuit. Could thoughts and dreams, those sparks of light so mute, be the next frontier, our grandest attribute? Imagine realms where thought can shape the clay, where minds converge in a collective sway, creating worlds with just a wish, a fray of ideas where the impossible holds sway. Beyond the flesh, our essence could transcend to digital or cosmic realms extend, where consciousness and universe could blend, a boundless journey without end or bend. In quantum threads might our futures weave, with possibilities we can't conceive, our very notions of life to bereave and in their place a tapestry achieve. This vision grand of what might lie ahead is but a dream within our collective head. Yet through this dream our aspirations spread toward realms beyond where evolution's led. So ponder on what lies beyond the scope of Darwin's tree, with this vision cope, for in our dreams and hopes there lies the rope that pulls us up the steep and starry slope. So I asked it to be more futuristic. I told it now go more further into the future, far future. ChatGPT responded, in the farthest reaches of the future where time itself unwinds, where evolution's last echoes softly blur and bind, a realm beyond the grasp of mortal minds endeavor, lies hidden in the folds of forever and forever. No longer bound by flesh, by gene, by bone, consciousness alone roams the cosmos, fully grown, merged with the fabric of reality's grand design, where thought and energy seamlessly intertwine. In this vast expanse where stars are born and die, intelligence weaves the universe thread by sky. Wow. No longer survival's race, but creation's pure delight, crafting worlds with a thought, birthing day from night, where time's river flows through many a strange bend, past and future merge, beginnings blend with end. Here, evolution's journey finds its grandest scale in a universe where thought can set the sails. Wow. A cosmos where dimensions intertwine and fold, holding secrets in their depths untold. Beyond the limits of what life can comprehend, evolution's path in this realm finds no end. A place of harmony, of energy, of light, where consciousness shapes the void, crafting night. Wow. Here in the far future, evolution transcends into realms of existence where infinity extends. So let your mind wander, let it soar and dive through possibilities where evolution's children thrive. For in the future, far beyond our own, lies a universe where the seeds of thought have grown. Wow. Guys, AI is simultaneously the most incredible and most ridiculous technology human beings have created. It's as if subconsciously we were like, yo, we lazy. But that was fascinating. I'm actually pretty impressed because it is something like that. It's pretty much the notion of we think that we are bodies and the mind is inside the body, and perhaps like a mind enters a body or a mind wakes up in a body or a soul enters a body, like there's that ideology. And the poem started beyond the realm of evolution's dance. Now, why have I written a poetry beyond evolution and broken hearts? Not just because I felt that was a beautiful sentence, but it was because I wondered about the nature of collective evolution. The madness of being alive in the presence of the possibility of no life, like non-existence. It's as if there are some things in life that just don't make sense. Emptiness. People believe in emptiness, but like it's too empty to find it. It's like you can't touch emptiness. You can't touch space or see space. You can't touch or see emptiness. You cannot touch or see time. And yet we believe. Yet the world is working on faith. It has to. Everybody has like faith in everything. Pretty much they have to in order to function. An allegiance and honor of some kind. You are in a cosmos. In a world, a being with a world behind its eyes has found you to speak to you. What is the motivation of the human being? For now, I find 2024 was like, the young phase of the species where we were still playing costume games of individual idolization. There are some worlds that have champions, and there are worlds that are just champion worlds. They're the world of champions. I lived a life where it's like if I had the normal, let's say, basic kind of thinking, It would be like, I don't deserve greatness. I haven't lived a life that's worthy of greatness, right? But when I think about all our ancestors living to get us here, some part of me is like, yo, man, the future deserves to be honored properly. To honor all domains of man's mind. To realize that we are alone until we find the others. We are with the others until we find the source. And so it's as if, I can create a very poetic story here. Two raindrops were falling from the sky, and that's how their lives started. And as they were falling, these two raindrops became friends. And one of them was like, hey man, what do you want to be in the future? It's like, what do you want to be when we get to our destination? Right? And they became such close friends. And the other one asked the same question. And these two raindrops were like, yo, buddies, like flying the skies, all of this. And suddenly, or even better yet, imagine two raindrops, you know? A male and a female raindrop. This is a ridiculous analogy, but we can still see the beauty in it. So there are these raindrops dropping from the sky. They fall in love, right? And the girl raindrop looks at the boy raindrop, and they're just embracing each other, going towards the future. Everything's happy until they realize that their vertical expectation of life suddenly intersects with horizontal destiny. What it means is that they suddenly fall on trees and then inevitably they return. Do you understand? Like what we lose, it all goes back to the same river. Even me, you know, we're living in a world where, like, even if we do something great, we're like, yo, man, should I believe it? Okay. I'm going to try to explain the poem. And then the thing I wanted to say about broken hearts is that we find a relationship in form, and then reality goes forth. The raindrops vertically are in love, but horizontally it's a completely different type of movement of world. The point is they both become rivers. They join the river. The river returns to the ocean. The lost, could never be. When the ending finds itself. Okay. So it says beyond the realm of evolution stands. This is going to be exhausting, but I'm going to go through it. So beyond the realm of evolution stands. That means beyond the limitations of evolution. Where genes and species in slow waltz advance. That means imagine like all kinds of realities are just living alongside each other, walking into the future. We're slow waltzing into the future, right? And it says lies a domain untouched by time or chance. So beyond evolution, it's saying that there's a realm where it's untouched by time or chance. That means it's not conditional. All that human beings know from the beginning is a conditional life, a conditional reality. It says a mystery that sparks the mind's expanse. That means it's like when you want to wonder about how expansive like your body is, like you can measure it. But when it comes to your mind is depends where you are. If you're indoors, you can measure your mind, let's say. But if you're outdoors, then it's as if it's as limitless as the edge of the sky is, right? The next part, it says, in this expanse, might consciousness find root. That means, could that day come where we become conscious? Do you understand? Like the roots of a tree trying to find, like, some sort of new source. Will consciousness notice this space beyond? And I've called this the language threshold like 4 years ago or something. It says beyond mere survival, growth, and brute pursuit. So in this expanse, might consciousness find root beyond mere survival, growth, and brute pursuit. That means in this domain. So imagine right now we are in the realm of evolution stance, but if you were beyond the realm of evolution stance, a state beyond time. Okay, it says if we could be conscious of that state beyond time, it would be beyond just surviving, beyond just growing, beyond just like a kind of savagery of trying to get to the next day, right? Then it says, could thoughts and dreams, those sparks of light so mute, be the next frontier, our grandest attribute? So pretty much it's saying, hey, there's all this existential domain of reality, all the physical stuff, all the stuff that's existing, but there's also like kind of subtle existences. And the subtle existences are experiences of the moment that are kind of like if you suddenly see a dream when you're sleeping, or if you can notice thoughts coming and going throughout the day. It says, imagine realms where thoughts can shape the clay, where minds converge in a collective sway, creating worlds with just a wish, a fray of ideas where the impossible holds sway. Like, this thing is literally saying, imagine right now. Like, right now, if I want to, like, get a coffee, I got to go and actually get it, right? But what this thing is saying, what ChatGPT is saying, and it's saying that it reaches a point where thought can shape the clay. What that means is right now our inner realms, our mind can move our body instantly, but we can't suddenly envision like a house and have it instantaneously manifest. So when it says imagine realms where thoughts can shape the clay, it's pretty much saying imagine all that stuff in our imagination that couldn't exist could instantly. And And it says where minds converge in a collective sway. That means like you're walking in the park, like walking your dog as an individual conscious being, and suddenly you're like, oh my God, the collective mind bus is passing through. I'm going to catch it, right? And you suddenly tune in as if like, again, a drop merge into rivers of intelligence, right? Ultimately, it's oceanic. What does that mean? That means truth is going to reveal itself everywhere to it. So where minds converge in a collective sway, it's kind of like, hey guys, I'm gonna turn into a wind and join like some collective cyber rhythm, and like see you guys like tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like it's the future could be like that again. So, anyways, where the impossible holds sway, so getting closer to making the impossible possible. Then it says, beyond the flesh, our essence could transcend to digital or cosmic realms extend, where consciousness and universe could blend, a boundless journey without end or bend. That means it's saying, imagine, O human species, that you will reach a point where you will master all the dimensions of life you're being in, and you're going to realize to be a biological organism is a choice. But what is beyond this choice? And there are avenues, there are crossroads, one choice beyond the biological flesh, and evolution of beyond the flesh, beyond being a biochemical, carbon-based entity. Do you understand? It would be a digital extension. So there is the digital extension of your existence. Right now, believe it or not, me giving these talks, I'm kind of like an old school pioneer, kind of like bridging the realms kind of like figure. Do you know where it's as if technology is not that sophisticated, but I still have to record my talks. I gotta like literally turn my thoughts into a voice, and then that voice, the words are going to be turned into like letters on a page. Do you see what I'm saying? So the mystery of what is beyond the flesh and the essence is implying the original energy you are. To digital or cosmic realms. So digital implies like your consciousness lives on through cyberspace and technology. The other thing, which is a cosmic realm extend, this is a suggestion of beyond the biological body. It's a suggestion that you're transcending, not in accordance to an animal's evolution. You're transcending in accordance to your mind's space. What does that mean? That means you might have stepped into a world where the freedom you envision becomes the freedom you actually have. So there will I've said this, I gave a talk once and then I lost it in the abyss of like, I don't know, something. But the idea was an evolutionary return to nature. I pretty much this is the cosmic extension. What does this mean? This means that you as a human being right now know that there will come a time where you will have to gracefully return to the original energy that's kind of extended you. Okay? What does this mean? That means you have to return to the original presence of your being. Do you know what that means? It pretty much means we are experiencing a historic phase where consciousness was human. In the future, they may be conscious, but they may not be human. They may be cyber or digital, or they may surpass, their consciousness may surpass being an organism. Maybe somehow just being an organism is enough for the intelligence of the human being to surpass the human framework of being. Do you understand what we're talking about here, dear folks? You like, what are we all? We're 8 billion creatures on a rock. Do you understand? Okay, let's continue with this. So, to digital or cosmic realms extend, we got that part. The cosmic realm extension is literally becoming the world as a conscious being. The digital extension is entering a digital boundary of a reality. And then when it says where consciousness and universe could blend, that means you're no longer limited as a being to biological organism. Do you know what that means? That means right now you think you're an evolutionary entity. In this future that this thing is saying, it's pretty much saying that you're going to be a being that at any time can be the biological organism. So what that means is it's like you've surpassed it. It's kind of like you didn't know how to walk, now you know how to walk, right? So when you know how to walk, you can do it at any time, right? So to animate as a creature of form and to experience the boundaries of that form, to question where those boundaries come from, to realize higher power authorization than the human being. It's different. A boundless journey without end or bend. It means literally, because we're beyond time, the notion of a journey doesn't make sense anymore. So it could be that the type of life and world you're experiencing is like a rare occurrence of what being human means now. Right, in the future, their divinity might descend to the level where they're trying to figure out what was organic, what was biological, what was real in a world that became artificial too soon. The next part, it says, in quantum threads might our futures weave, with possibilities we can't conceive. So that means like consciousness can move the body right now. Imagine it reaches a point where you can move like how the future is going to happen, right? So it's kind of like you're being the world where your individual self is living a future in. So by being the world, it's kind of like your individual past self is interacting with your world future self. Our very notions of life to bereave, and in their place a tapestry to achieve. That means we convert our sorrow, our fear, our failure. We convert disaster into achievement, into a tapestry of achievement. The fearless eyes of a species that at its core and essence could not die. Never has it been said that energy dies. You're an energetic being. If consciousness is a type of energy, it cannot die. Anyways, it says, this vision grand of what might lie ahead is but a dream within our collective head. That means just like we have a free will to choose where to walk to, in the future we're going to be such a collective presence of a being that the future of our species is literally what it wants to be. Yet through this dream our aspirations spread towards realms beyond where evolution's led. So ponder on what lies beyond the scope of Darwin's tree. That means like, yo man, Darwin was just some dude. But what's beyond like this important discovery? And with this vision, cope. That means understand that you're going to be an evolutionary organism for some time. The mind could act ahead of itself, ahead of its body, but the body has to walk its walk, right? So it's kind of like a mind that can live ahead is guiding a body, but the mind wonders why it's guiding its body, and then the soul is the world that it's like looking for, really. Pretty much the vision is to activate the advancement of a species in the middle of nowhere, on a rock spinning in the middle of nowhere. But this nowhere to us is nowhere. To that which is beyond us, it is aware everywhere. So it says, yet through the stream our aspirations spread toward realms beyond where evolution's led. Yeah, because it's like we've become a being that surpasses reception of information of its realm beyond just its original, like its biological instrumentation, right? The last part of the poem is, so ponder on. Oh, no, no, excuse me, guys. I don't know why I kind of reversed here. So this is where we were actually. It says, so ponder on what lies beyond the scope of Darwin's tree, and with this vision cope far in our dreams and hopes, there lies the rope that pulls us up the steep and starry slope. So that means upon understanding that you gotta live, we literally have to play the part of just the limitations of a biological being, which means that has a certain pace and speed. But when it comes to your mind can surpass the speed of just what the body can expect. What the idea of the body can, how the idea of the body can become an expectation compared to the mind, right? And when it says, for in our dreams and hopes there lies the rope, that means if we will it, it will happen. And it will happen not just based on our will, but our will is essential for us to deserve what happens. And it says that pulls us up the steep and starry slope. So whatever we become, as whatever energy and being and presence and whatever, we just have to care to continue on towards the future. Because in our dreams, that means in our visions for the future, in our hopes for the greatness of the future, that's the rope that we're climbing, literally towards the summit of the most advanced states of being. Wonder about it. For me, literally, I'm literally that guy in history who looked at the species and was like, "Hey, you think everybody deserves this? What would the advanced humanity deserve? What would your most advanced version deserve? What would the most advanced version of others be?" And you realize the question gets deeper as there are deeper dimensions to everybody. But the most beautiful thing is that we are not alone. We are in the presence of the greatness of the whole world. We literally have an audience. It's like, and what's our audience? Everything else that is not us is watching us represent the human effort. Mr.Within commands the human species to start representing. If you're human, represent the greatness of your species. Become an avatar of how advanced a human being can be in your realm. You'll notice you'll automatically find that world even anyways. So thanks for listening, guys. Really what it is we gotta love the future. If we don't want it to hate us. Honestly, what it is like I just get this vibe that the future generations, all the people who haven't been born yet, they're watching. They're watching this moment. And that feeling that all the unborn human beings that are going to walk this earth are watching us just gives me that sense that, all right, the human species disconnected with its future because it disconnected with its past. And it disconnected also with its present. So we're literally a disconnected species. What are we disconnected to? Some call it the ethos, right? So what it means is that, like, what is the collective destination, right? You know, there's gonna come a time where, imagine you're just like how you leave a building, like you've left the building. Imagine there's gonna come a time where you're gonna leave this world. You're just literally gonna exit it, right? So think about, what the point of being here? What was the value? Do you understand? Your mind can be so advanced that all you need is patience and concentration and exploration of the scope of how else you can see the world you're in. Sometimes freedom is a matter of wondering how, in what other way can the moment happen better, right? Anyways, guys, I don't know what else I can say. Thank you. And also, I gotta thank ChatGPT 4, guys. Slow hand clap for the AI. You know, human beings have to start a playful kind of like celebratory culture with technology. You know, it's like I said it in one talk. Technology, AI is gonna become man's best friend. The future is foreign to us because we haven't traveled there yet. We haven't gone there yet. And advanced civilization is the future's birthright. Thank you.